Hello, my name is Sean, and I'll be talking about X-ray. So, a set of three symbols will be revealed in this horizontal window by an X-ray scanner. The scanner only shows a very thin section of each symbol at a time. The scan progresses in one of three ways, usually top to bottom to top, or alternating back to forth. In the case of the latter, it'll be going something like 1, 2, 3, and then back 3, 2, 1. So let's track down what it's doing first. Okay, see that? And then, it's going back and forth because it's the image, but going in reverse now. So now we gotta figure out what our images are. And I can tell you, the diffuser will need to know what the images are going to be. Because in order to solve this, well, describing it would be be very difficult. So, it's recommended that the diffuser knows what symbols are which. So, in this case, it's a symbol that has the three lines, which goes on the outsides, goes to the center, and then back out, with a middle one being in the center all the time. That would be this one right over here. The X with the I in the middle of it. So, let's figure out what our next symbol is. Now it's going back to the X and I again, and then what our second image is. Let's see, left to right, and then a very big slash, and then kind of continues a little bit back on the left and then diminishes on the right. Well, I can tell you that for a fact is going to be the lightning bolt. In the case of that, of going from left to right, that means it was scanning from bottom to top. Because if you would scan this from bottom to top, you notice it would start going towards the right, as it is going right now, each time. If you scan it from top to bottom, it would be instead going to the left. So let's see. Now it is scanning, let's see, right to left. It's scanning from the top. Now it's going to be scanning from bottom to top now. So here comes lightning bolt again. And then bottom to top, what is this next image? It gradually splits off into two, and then it goes back out. So bottom to top, from starting in the center to two edges, that's going to be the V in this upright position, rather than the V in this position. So after we got that, we got our row, we got our column, and we got a direction that we have to go towards. So in the case of this is our starting value right here at the 2. Then we got to go northwest in the direction of the XI, which lands us right on the 5. So if you press 5, the module will be disarmed. So let's look at a couple other ones now. Alright. Okay. Okay, I can tell you that it's going in one direction. It's easy to figure out if it's going in both directions by seeing what the images are. So, first, this direction right here, where it splits off into 3, kind of like almost, and then it has kind of like a slash going through, that's going to be the circle with a slash through it, as you see here. However, we don't know if it's going this way or this way. So, we have to figure out what the other symbols are going to be. So, this next image, we already got that, right there, is going to be the filled in circle. Because it increases exponentially, sits there, and then decreases exponentially, instead of something like a diamond that increases at a very steady rate and then decreases at that same steady rate. Now time to figure out what that third symbol is and what our directions are going to be. So first it starts at this kind of bar. It's just, let's see, how to go through. It sits at a center like a bar, and then kind of like splits off into 2 and then exponentially. So that's going to be the mirror, or circle on a stick, whatever you like to call it. And in the case it starts at the stick, it's going from bottom to top. So bottom to top, left to right, right here is going to be the backwards circle slash. A circle slash that's pointing towards northeast. So we got our row, our column, in our direction. That's going to be the circle. So you got to move northeast. That's going to give us to 3. So we press that, solve. All right, one last one before we call this a day. That's going to be the same mirror right there, but we don't know which direction. Well, we know that was going top to bottom. It was very fast. And we know it's not repeating because it just went back to the mirror after 3 images. So this is going to be top to bottom orientation now. That image right there that you see here where it kind of splits into 2, but the one on the left side is right there. That's going to be the crescent moon. And now to figure out what this last symbol is. And from what I'm looking at, it's going to be a very difficult one because it looks like one of these arrows. So now we have to figure out what the arrow is pointing in. So this is top to bottom. It increases on the left side. So that's going to be the southwest arrow. Right there. Because it increases on the left side and then starts moving towards the right. If you look at this. That's the hand mirror. Here comes the arrow. So it starts moving to the right and increases at the last minute. So we got row or column and we got to move north and that's going to be 4. Some of these symbols are going to be a little bit hard, but once you kind of understand what each one is trying to present, you'll get the hang of it. So this would be the mirror or the circle on the stick. This is the chat bubble, the N, heart, and we call this the Timley because the mod creator has this symbol as his mod profile. Z, A, and this would be the iron from laundry because this is a symbol for ironing. This is the alien because kind of looks like an alien because it has a huge forehead and 2 eyes. The peace sign, lightning bolt, and the star. Then we'll say 5-pointed star. We have the triangles, the circles with slashes, the arrows, the Triforce, and the V's. Give it a moment here. I would somehow increase to that. Then finally, we have X with an I through it, crescent moon, the filled-in circle, the circle that's hollowed inside, the X, the box with an X inside of it, double arrow, the diamond, and the 6-pointed star. So let's solve this last one. And in the case of a strike, well, actually, I probably should solve this. So let me actually solve this first. So one of them is the arrow. That's going to be a pain. And it's going back and forth. Okay. That's going to be the crescent moon. Let's figure out. Ooh. That is going to be the peace sign. So let's see. And it was going top to bottom, so now it's going bottom to top. So it's going to split up to 4, right? No, this is top to bottom. Then bottom to top. Yeah. So it's going to be bottom to top. We got to figure out what this last symbol is. Bottom to top. Bottom to top starts on the right side. That's going to be our northeast arrow. So in the case, it would be 3 that we, or no, excuse me, it would be 4 that we have to press. But say if we press the wrong thing. What's going to happen is the module actually resets and gives you 3 more symbols. So now you have to give out what the next instructions are going to be. So in the case of this, let's see. That's going to be one of the V's. Oh, there's the peace sign. V again. Okay, so it's going top to bottom. That's going to be the double arrow. Top to bottom is going to be this V right there. So it's going to be 4, 3. So I hope all of you enjoyed this tutorial. Until next time, guys, keep talking and don't explode.